In this video, we work on an example on finding confidence interval and interpreting the result. Let's look at this example here. A random sample of 15 students in a college have an average GPA of 2.91 and a standard deviation of 0.72. The GPAs of all students in the college is known to be normally distributed. Here we are supposed to find the 90% confidence interval for average GPA of students in the college. Here we need to decide whether we want to use Z or T. This chart here will guide us to determine whether to use Z or T. Looking at the chart, we see that when sigma is known, we use Z and otherwise we use T. Also, we need to look at the sample size. When sample size is larger than 30, population does not need to be normally distributed. But when sample size is 30 or less, population has to be normally distributed. Here, since sample size is less than 30 and sigma is not known, we use T. Now, we have this formula here for confidence interval. So, looking at this, we know we need these values. Our N here is 15. Our X bar is 2.91. Our S is 0.72. Our T alpha by 2 for 90% confidence interval is 1.761. So for more detail on finding critical value, please look at my other video. Now we have all these values here. We can substitute them in this formula. So we get confidence interval equals to our X bar is 2.91 plus minus our T alpha by 2 is 1.761. Our S is 0.72 over radical 15. Now let me copy 2.91 as it is. So that is 2.91 plus minus. When you do math on just this part here, that equals to 0.33. For lower value of the confidence interval, you'll get 2.58, 2.58, and for upper value, you'll get 3.24. So to get the lower value, you will be doing 2.91 minus 0.33, and for the upper value, you will be doing 2.91 plus 0.33, so which is equal to 3.24. Finally, let's interpret the result. So we can be 90% confident that the true average GPA of students in the college is between 2.58 and 3.24. Now, let me show you how to find the confidence interval using TI calculator. So for that, let me pull up my calculator up on the screen. Now, go to Stat, then go to Test, then use this arrow key to go all the way down to number 8 where it says T interval. Then highlight that, then hit Enter. So now make sure you select Stats here. So that's what it is selected. Then hit Enter. Now our X bar is 2.91. So let's enter that. 2.91. Our standard deviation is 0.72. So let's enter that. And our N is 15. So let's enter that. And we are trying to find confidence interval for 90%. So that means our confidence level is 0.90. So now hit Enter and Enter. So we got this for the confidence interval here, and this is exactly what we got using the formula also. Now let me show you how to find the confidence interval using Excel. So for that, let me pull up my Excel up on the screen. And I have already typed in my X bar and standard deviation here. So here we need to find margin of error. So let me label this cell, or let me type E on this cell here. And so on this cell, I'll be typing the formula for margin of error, which is equals CONFIDENCE dot T, then put your parentheses here. So our alpha is 0.1. So let's put that 0.1. Our standard deviation is this. Then let's select that, then put comma, and our sample size here is 15. And let's type 15 and close our parentheses, then hit enter. So this is our margin of error. So now let's find the upper value and the lower value for the confidence interval. So for that, let me type upper here, upper value. So for us to find upper value, type in equals, then select that, plus, then we would be adding margin of error to find upper value, then hit enter. So that's our upper value. And for lower, let me just type lower, then you would be typing equals on here. So it will be X bar minus margin of error and type in equals. So this is the upper value and this is the lower value for our confidence interval, and these are the same number that we got using table and also using calculator. Now let's look at this example here. So this example is very similar to one we just looked at. Again, we decide whether to use Z or T. First, let's look at the sample size, and it is less than 30. If we look at this table here, we know if n is less than 30, then the population has to be normally distributed. The problem says that it is not known if the data is normally distributed or not. So this means we cannot use Z or T. So here is the summary of what I just said. Thank you for watching. We hope this video was helpful. Please like and subscribe our channel. We will be bringing more and more videos on variety of topics.